He asked me to be his friend, and I accept his hand of friendship. We both walked in the lawn for some time. After some walk, we headed toward the house. You go and get ready. I'll just make your breakfast. Theon, where is my tie? I heard Jungkook yelling from room. It feels strange but still beautiful. When he called me by my name, I hurriedly turned the flame slow and walked toward the room. I saw him standing in the middle of the room. Theon, what's wrong? I asked, looking at him. My tie, he asked, and I went close to him. Wait, I'll find it, I said, and was about to open the cupboard when he held my hand and stopped me. I looked at him confused. He pointed toward my hand. I looked at my hands. Oh, sorry, I said and giggled, looking at my hand. My hand was full of flour. He brushed his finger on my hand and then brushed it on my nose. I smiled looking at him. Jungkook, you go, I'll manage. Theon, he said, and I nodded and went out of the room. I made breakfast and placed it on the table, but Jungkook was still in the room. I washed my hand and went toward the room. When I entered the room, I saw him standing in front of mirror, combing his hair. Today he was not wearing the tie. Theon, breakfast is ready, I said, and he went close to him. Jungkook, how am I looking? Theon, he suddenly asked, turning to me. I suddenly became nervous. I just took a glimpse of him and lowered my eyes. He was wearing grey shirt with black white coat and black pant. Wristwatch on his waist and which making him more affordable. He looked at me and waiting for my answer. I didn't answer for a few seconds and then looked at him confidently. Theo, let me see, I said. I started and was now examining him. Theo, not bad, I said and giggled. He was looking at me smiling. I looked at him. We both were watching each other, forgetting everything else around us. Lost in each other's eyes would be the correct sentence. Theon point of view. Me and Jungkook were lost in each other's eyes when his phone rang and we came to our consciousness. I lowered my head and fixed my eyes on ground. Awkward and nervousness. Breakfast? I asked and he nodded. He cut his call and we both started walking to the dining hall. We were walking silently. Not he nor I was looking at him. He sat on the chair and I served him breakfast. I sat next to him and started having my breakfast. We were silent having our breakfast. I looked up to see him and he was already looking at me. Our eyes met and I saw the most beautiful smile appearing on his face. I was playing with my breakfast. Theon, breakfast is for eating, not for playing. I heard him saying and I smiled. I know, I don't feel like eating, I said and removed my hand from plate. He smiled looking at me and held my hand. I was shocked on the sudden judge. He made me stand in front of him. As we start our relationship with friendship, so I want you to be frank with me like friends do, he said, looking in my eyes, and I nodded. Jungkook, smile now. There, he said and pinched my nose. Ah, that hurts. And rubbed my nose. He smiled looking at me and I smiled back. He was standing so close to me looking into my eyes. I smiled looking at him who brought his hand forward and took the strand of my hair from my face and tucked it behind the ear. I lowered my gaze and held my lower lips in my teeth. Nervously, my heart was beating so fast. He didn't know how his touch affected me. My whole body was shivering at his touch. He wrung my lips out of my teeth. Don't do it, he said, and I stopped biting my lips. Jungkook, every touch making me crazy, make my heart flutter. His finger on my lips was sending shiver down to my spine. My heart was running so fast and his closeness that I was afraid that my heartbeat might be heard by Jungkook. He went to the room and I held the chair out to stop myself from falling. His simple touch was burning my whole body. Shivering and blushing, I never knew that his simple touch would do this to me. I went to room. As I entered the room, I saw him putting the file in the bag. He looked up and smiled. Theong. He called me and I smiled. Whatever he called my name, I felt good. I love hearing my name from his mouth. When his lips spelled my name, my heart jumped in with happiness. Yes, I said, and he walked toward me. He stopped in front of me. He put his mobile in the pocket and looked at me. Jungkook, I'll be back at 12. Then we'll go on shopping. Jungkook, 12 a.m. Really, Theong? He said and again started laughing. I smiled looking at his smile. His smile was making me smile. He was looking so adorable, so handsome that I could not remove my eyes from him. He stopped laughing and looking at me. I'll make you crazy now? He asked and winked. Haha, very funny. By the way, why shopping? Well, I was thinking if you need anything, I should take you for shopping. He completed the sentence and I looked at him. I smiled and then again turned to my eyes to the wardrobe. So 12 p.m. final? I heard him and I could not control my smile. 12 a.m. final. I was going late. You'll be ready on time, he said, and I turned to him. He picked up his bag and laptop and started walking. I followed him. He smiled and I followed. He opened the door of hall and I stepped out, but before sitting in the car, he turned and waved. He drove out and I closed the door of the hall. I looked at the clock to check the time. It was 9 of the morning, so I started cleaning the kitchen, and after that, I come to my room and clean all the mess. Jungle. I went to my office and started meeting. After meeting, I did some work on my laptop and prepared some presentations. I checked time and it was 11:30. I hurriedly packed my bag and instruct my PA and manager. Me, John Jungkook, was a successful businessman. This company was my dream and it's come true by my God blessing and my own hard work. My company was on lead in market and I was so thankful to my God. Giving all the instruction to my PA, I drove to home. Jungkook, as I placed my hand on bell to ring, the door opened and I look up the queen standing with a beautiful smile on his face. Queen of my heart, I guess. He was wearing light green dress. I stopped for a while and then I stepped inside. I was not able to remove my eyes from him. As I stopped in the hall, he closed the door while I felt my eyes glued to him. He was looking so beautiful that I hardly removed my eyes from him and walked toward the room. Ready? There, he asked and I nodded. He smiled and we both started walk together toward the. I stopped at the stairs and he turned. I would just go to make coffee for you. Hurry, he said and I nodded and walked toward the kitchen. I started preparing coffee for Jungkook. I put the coffee in the cup and started walking toward the room. As I entered the room, there was no one inside. I looking for Jungkook but didn't find. I put coffee on side table and picked his bag from he placed on the bed. Placing it on his place, I turned when I heard the door of the washroom open and saw him coming. His hair was wet, headache on his forehead. He looks me while rubbing his hair with towel. He opened the wardrobe and took his maroon colored shirt out. He instantly removed his shirt he was wearing. My eyes got weird and short. I immediately turned to other side with beating heart. My mind was again and again me what I saw a few seconds ago. There, God, he took my breath away. At least he should warn me before the heart-taking act. My heart was running so fast. Stop, Theon. Jungkook, you can turn now. There, I heard him and I slightly turned to see him. He was looking so handsome that I almost fight with my ears to avert them from him. He folded his sleeve till his elbow. He started combing his hair and I standing like an idiot watching his every move. He cocked his head little to the right and looked at me. I lowered my eyes and started walking toward the bed. I sat on the bed and he took his coffee and started drinking. I was feeling his eye on me on every passing minute. I took a look at him, who was now sitting relaxed and was busy in looking at me. Someone, please tell him to stop looking at me like this. My heart will explode. Jungkook, so shall we? He finally asked and I nodded, taking a breath to relief. I was looking at him, who was looking into my eyes so intensely that my heart was about to stop. My palm was sweating. He took one step more closer to me, and now I could feel his breath on my eyes. He didn't even for once blink his eyes, not even averted from my eyes. His hand was still on other side of my eye. Jungkook, your eyes have something, he whispered. What? Strammed, he smiled and leaned toward my ear. My eyes naturally closed, and his closeness, his breath was fanning my ear. Something, your eyes have something. What? I strammed, and he smiled and stepped back. Jungkook, let's go. The young point of view. I was looking outside. It was the first time since we came to Seoul that I came out of the house. I looked at Cook, who was smiling and driving. Hey, where are we going? I asked, and he looked at me for once again, fixed his eyes on road. Jungkook, to the mall. Hey, mall? So many peoples. How am I gonna face them all? I was scared of being the crowd. I never went to the market or mall in my life. I never went on shopping. Jungkook, we arrived to our destination, my life. Theung, Jungkook said, and I giggled. We both came out of the car and started walking while I didn't move. I was scared. I looked around and saw so many people. I didn't move and was looking Jungkook going. I didn't call him or stop him. I thought I lost my voice. People were passing and I thought they all were staring at me. Jungkook was walking and I was standing there like a dumb thing. My eyes starting wet. I was standing all alone. Didn't know what to do. I want to call Jungkook but I could not. Jungkook, Theung! I heard him. I looked up and saw Jungkook was standing near me, worriedly. Jungkook, what's wrong? He asked, looking into my eyes. I stammered. Jungkook, hey, what happened? His hand reached till my face. His thumb was touching my eyes. The tears I had in my eyes were ready to come out. He was looking so worried. I am scared. I had never been in so much crowd. Jungkook, shh, don't be scared. I am with you. He said, and I smiled looking at him. Here, hold my hand. You will not be scared. He took my hand and intertwined our finger. We looked into my eyes. His eyes had something which I could not explain. His hand in my hand was sending sensation in my body. Suddenly, I feel no fear around me. He became my shield, who was trying to protect me from all the pain, fear. He looked at me and smiled. He leaned toward me and whispered,